Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video after reading the title, like put women in their place or put females in their place. And you already your blood must be boiling and you're like, what a male chauvinistic pig. Let me see what he has to say and let me abuse him left, right, and center. Okay. Before you even abuse me and all that, let me finish my introduction and then, just let's move on with the topic. Name is Loy Machedo. Okay. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. And people book my services for coaching and consulting for, personal or professional reasons or even relationships. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who the hell, first is with titles like these of putting women in their place and, who the hell would come to you? Correct. I'm not going to argue that. But at least listen to the video and then you decide. Okay. Second one is people would like to get personal and say, look at your face, man. With a face like this, like who the hell tattoos their face? Absolutely right. Which you're abnormal. And then people say, they like to get personal. So they say, what is that shit on your face? They'll send me a message. And then I give them an appropriate response. But anyway, right now I don't want to make this from PG-13 to restricted. Okay. You are right to get angry and upset at a title like this. But the question is there an element of reality of putting women in their place? Now, I'm not going to go all Andrew Tate and, just to say, we need to put those bitches in their places. And no, I don't like Andrew Tate. I don't like his content, especially because he is a two-faced individual. Okay, he's doing it for clout and he has put on this facade and image. However, in my case, what you see is what you get. Now, if you know me, 100% you'll say, oh, Loy, then shouldn't it be nice to put your wife in her place? Or some people know I have a daughter. I have a 5-year-old daughter. They'll say, Loy, good. So women should be put in their place. So shouldn't we put your daughter in her place? Wouldn't it be nice that some man puts your daughter in her place and rubs it on your face? Okay. All this is true provided I meant what you think I meant. Let me explain so that you understand why this topic came into existence and then you tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Okay. As you know, I have all these WhatsApp groups, right? Okay. So in that, I get people who are in their 20s, 30s, okay, youngsters who are single. I'm not talking of 40s, 50s. They are mature, they are married. So this particular group, there were these bunch of 20, 30-year-olds. And the comment was offhand where they said, yeah, we need to put women in their place or we need to put these bitches in their place or something like that. And I just happened to see it. So, and why did I notice it? Because one of them said, Loy sir said that you need to put these females in their place. The minute they used my name and said, Loy sir said, there is this respect that people give me because they see me as a mentor and coach. So I was like, whoa. When did I say? So I messaged him privately because I know this guy. He's a nice guy. And I said, where did I say that put women in their place or put these bitches in their place? This is a very Andrew Tate-ish. No, sir, you said it this. And after he spoke to me, then I realized, oh, okay. It's being taken out of context. And what do I mean by that? See, when Joe Rogan, for example, Joe Rogan does a podcast, it's like 3 hours. Or let's say Andrew Tate, or anybody, any politician, Donald Trump, anyone, they give a speech for 3 hours. And out of the 3-hour speech, you look at the transcript and you take one line, which is like 3 seconds or 5 seconds, and then you highlight this without giving context and say, see, this person said this, then obviously it'll be taken in the wrong way, correct? Okay. So let me explain what do I mean by putting women in their place so that there is a context. Now, keep in mind that whatever I say, those videos are up. These videos are up. There's 7,000 videos. And if I say something and I don't, if I have a different set of rules for me and different set of rules for others, it's double standards. Like politicians, especially in India, they say, we are patriots, we are citizens, this is our motherland, be Indian, buy Indian, and live in India and, help India. We have to make India to grow, give our life to India. They say all this, be Indian, buy Indian, but then they'll buy, foreign cars or foreign gadgets which are not made in India. You can't blame them. Then they say, oh, invest in India, but they have investments in many other countries. And best part is they say you have to die for your country and live for your country. And then they send their children abroad to study and work and settle down there. And when they asked, they say, no, I don't want to force my children. Okay. So I'm not one of those. And I'm not going to say that we have to treat women with disrespect, but treat my daughter. My daughter is also a female. My daughter is also a woman. Okay. She will grow up to be a woman. Okay. So now coming to what did I mean? Let's get to the meat and potatoes. See, I'm married to this Thai lady, Thai female, okay, Thai woman, whatever you call it. And she respects me. She respects me to the point where she calls me sir, out of respect. She gives me the respect that she would give like a father. And her whole life is dedicated to kind of like serving me, my brand, my goal, my purpose. You will be like, man, fuck, you have a slave. You didn't want a wife, you want a slave. Okay. However, the other side is what people fail to see. What is the other side? I have to earn and provide for her. Okay. Whatever she wants, I give her. I mean, it's not if she says, I want a very super expensive car or brand. No. Whatever she needs. I'm saving money for her future. I'm taking care of her child. I'm loyal to her, faithful to her. I don't go around sleeping with other women. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I live a family life. Wherever I go, I take my wife. And on top of that, if that is not enough, my wife has access to all my social media with the passwords. My wife has access to all the cameras in the house. There are, in case my wife is not here. She's gone to the village. So if I bring a girl alone, she can see it. And my wife has access to all my bank accounts. Okay. And she'll never spend even a dime without asking me. So I have earned my place and position as a man. Like, for instance, when she wanted to go for her dad's funeral, or when she wanted to go, now she has gone to the village, when she wanted to go for her grandmother's funeral, she didn't have to worry about ticket, money, stay, travel, anything and everything, cash just given to her. And there's no shortage. Anything she wants. I've put money in the bank, she's taken care of. So I have earned my place. So if you have earned your place by virtue of providing money, by virtue of your character, by virtue of taking the roles and responsibilities, like any problem is there, whether a house, whether her, whether the daughter, I shoulder the responsibility. I do it. She only has to cook, clean, and this thing. And most of the time, she sits and watches her YouTube movies or whatever she has. Okay. So it's not that she's doing me a favor. Neither am I doing a favor. But I can assure you this much. What I give her versus what I give her is far more greater. And she knows this. Being a man, I can easily if tomorrow I want to divorce her, break up with her, Easily I can do it. I can get any woman I want. I'm not saying good woman, but I can get women. And for men, it is generally the case. As you grow older, you still get women. That is why men who are 60, even 80, Al Pacino, 80 and all that, he has got 20-year-old. I'm not fascinated about that. Okay. Uh, it's simple. If you have money, but for females, women, it's unfortunate because as you grow older, your demand or what makes you like, wow, decreases. And it's a known fact because women, what is the role of a woman? To give birth to a family, take care of the family. That is what the role of women has been. But sadly, as we move towards the modern generation, women, they want to work and they don't want to be at home. And, the introduction of these uh, pills where you can have sex and not give birth, it has changed everything. Sadly, it has changed everything. Others, women, their role was be a homemaker. And that in itself is a thankless job. It's a 24/7. I'll tell you, being a mother is one of the hardest things in the world. Hardest things in the world. You cannot underestimate. You can't even fathom what it is to be a mother. Okay. And a good mother. Like, forget the simple task of changing a diaper. To take care of a child 24/7 when the child is talkative and mischievous and breaking things and making the house a mess, and to be there and at the same time make her sleep on time, read books, be patient with her, next day morning wake up with her, take her to school. There is so many things, it never ends. So being a woman, being a mother, being a homemaker is the most noble, powerful, irreplaceable honor that a woman can undertake, which a man can't. You just can't. A man can be a hunter-gatherer, a man can be one who makes money, but to be a mother, only a mother can do. That is why even this LGBTQ, transgender, they take pills to get their breasts and this and that, and they cut and chop, and you cannot be a woman, man. That is, like they say, high-level shit. It is so complex. Women are different. Okay. So it still doesn't make sense, right? Put them in their place. See, over here, I have earned my place and she has accepted hers. Does make sense? Because let's say if my wife were to earn, she would earn per month, being Thai and given her qualifications and work experience, she would get $300, max $500 per month, US dollars per month. Okay, that's the max she would get. And she would have to work 8 to 12 hours by default. And then we're talking of traffic and all the other things. So $300 to $500 a month. That is her capacity. But with me, after she has married me, that is what I earn per day. Okay, that's my target per day, and that is what I earn. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but that's my target. So my wife has a lifestyle today which she would never, ever, ever get. Never get, even in her wildest dreams. In fact, all her family members, they just keep telling her, you are the luckiest girl. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. Husband provides everything. Okay. And on top of that, I told you, I don't smoke, don't drink, don't have sex with other females. I don't have friends. I don't know. I'm a very boring guy. Okay. Yeah, that is the drawbacks also, boring. But my wife says, this is a gift, and she's very happy. Okay. So I've earned my place. Now comes the second part. What do I mean? Isn't there an ugly side to this, putting women in their place? Yes, you're absolutely right. If you're talking of abusing a woman, beating her, hitting her, that is wrong by any standards. To this date, even though I've been a playboy, some of you say, yeah, you're too ugly to be a playboy. Fine, whatever. You want to believe, you can believe. I don't care if you believe or not. I'm just telling you my life. So, like I don't know your life, you don't know mine. So have been a playboy, 300 plus 400 girls, sleeping. I've never raised my hand. The only time I did this was to my ex-wife, who she got violent in the house, and I had to put a stop to it. So that's a totally different story. And here, the only time I did hit my wife on the thing with the a scale ruler, wooden, which was light, and I did give her 3 fingers. When the baby climbed up on the stove where the hot oil was there, big hot oil. Oh, I forgot. I have to switch this off. Okay, where hot oil was there, and the baby would have fallen in the pot of hot oil. And she was busy watching a YouTube video, and I saw it on camera and I rushed. So, justified. Okay. That was the only time I got angry. Otherwise, in my life, if things don't work out, I always tell people, just break off. Don't even shout, scream, just break off. That has been my policy. I don't believe in violence. So I'm against violence. I'm against abuse. I'm against even giving them bad words. It's not right. You're not dealing with an animal. Okay. So that part is sorted out. But when a woman tries to take on the role of being a man, now, in some circumstances, you can't help it. Let's say, for example, you're earning only. I know one guy. He earns only less than $1,000. His wife earns 5. He earns 1,000. Wife earns 5 plus. So now she obviously is the man of the house because she's bringing in more money, and because his job position and what he's earning is less, he comes home and he is the instead of housewife, house husband. He takes care of the kids and all that. So there's a fair exchange. So there, she's dominant. She's like the alpha male. Okay, so that is understood. But if you have you and your wife both earning the same, and both of you constantly have an ego clash, and that is where the female, the woman, tells you, hey, you starts giving bad words. Like I know of one case where the female, you bastard son of a bitch, you're this and a motherfucker. And this is how she was addressing the husband in front of the children. Now, let's assume, even if children are not there and she's talking like this, there you should put the woman in the place. And how you should put the woman in place is not by hitting her. Break it off. Just break it off. There's no need for violence, because if you get violent, someone can lose an eye or some permanent damage, or you being a male, you can harm the female. It's very dangerous. Don't take that risk. And then you have all these extreme incidents where they took a knife and sliced and this and that, and when you're sleeping, chopped his family jewels. You don't have to go to that extent. So what do I mean by putting females in their place is break off. Live and let live. I'm sorry, you are too much for me to handle. Just go off. Don't be a slave. Would you believe that I even know successful men who have a good salary, who are earning money. They are afraid of their wives. I'm not joking. They are actually afraid of, like, I'll give you a small example. This guy saying, hey, I'll go home, man. I'll go home. Like, they're sitting and, hey, what, man? No, man, my wife she'll make my life miserable. So I was like, make your life miserable? Like, what you're doing? It's too much, man. I don't want to. Later on, when I spoke to him private, yeah, she shouts. Sometimes she'll not open the door. I'm like, are you serious? You're the man of the house. You are rich. She'll not open the door. She'll not let you in, and she'll shout and scream. She'll not let you sleep. What the hell are you doing, man? See, that is where you have to put the female in a place. Either you stand your ground and say, you better respect me, or bye-bye. One of my latest clients, who anyway broke off with his female, his wife, now ex-wife, used to insult him in front of her friends, her relatives, her mother, father. In fact, when she was hospitalized for some complications, don't want to give specifics, the husband was the one who was running up and down, and he got her mom and dad from back home to visit her. And after the operation, everything was successful. All the relatives are there, mother, father, and him, the husband is there, and she says, I just want to say, like, she'll always love the attention. I just want to say thank you for the real man in my life. And the husband, my client, was very happy. At least she acknowledged him in front of him. She said, and that man is my father. She acknowledged the father, but not the husband. And who was the guy who ran up and down? It was the husband. And when he told me this, I was like, you ran up and down, you spent the money, you bought the mother and father, and she's thanking the father, not you? That also publicly in front of everyone? I said, so what did you do? He's saying, what I can do? I said, you're fucking stupid. You're a bloody simp, man. Stand your ground. Stand with both the feet, stand up straight, and draw the line. You have to respect me. You can't disrespect me. If money is the only criteria that, oh, she earns more and this and that, then fine, get someone who earns lower than you, no? Break it off, man. See, even with my wife, many of you think, oh, your wife is a slave. And I've told my wife right from day one, the day you feel you're not happy with me, the day you feel you can get a better life, the day you feel, go. And then you'll say, oh, she doesn't have an option. Yeah, that is exactly why she is, she knows her boundaries, she knows what she's supposed to do. We as human beings, if there were no rules, there were no regulations, if we felt we could do anything and everything, don't you think we would, try to be Superman and fly too close to the sun? Even I know my limitations, man. Like, for example, if I go to the gym, today, I'm no longer a bodybuilder or powerlifter. Before, I used to take, 310 kilos for leg press. Today, if I try that, I'll get crushed. I can't even lift, forget 20 kilos. 20 kilos, I struggle. So you have to know your limitations, no? And see, one final thing I'll tell you. Today, the problem is we live in a day and age of social media where people love attention, where people love social currency, where they love being noticed, where they love the comments and likes. And there are certain behaviors which have become so retarded, so unacceptable that, I mean, there are these, I don't know, podcasts with many girls and one guy, some people send me there, I don't know what, Fit and Fresh or something. There's one guy, he's intelligent. These girls are actually talking about being prostitutes and OnlyFans, and they show their nudes and and they are talking as if it's normal. Like, yeah, I take care of my clients. It's very empowering. There was one Facebook update that came. This female has slept with 300 guys in a year, and she said it was very empowering. We're living in a day and age where we're losing our values, man. What is this? Like, I know you'll say, double standards from you, Loy. My dear, I didn't have mother, father to guide me. I didn't have mentors. I didn't have anybody. I was just young man in this world where there was no social media, nothing. And I was like, oh, I have money now. I can do whatever I like. So I was doing whatever I like. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't take drugs. I didn't do any crime. I just tried to attract females. And they knew I was not going to get married to them. They came. So what do you want me to do? If my upbringing was proper, if I had a proper role model, a father figure, mother, maybe I'd been a very different guy. I never tell people my mistakes and I justify them. It's a fact. If you didn't have proper upbringing, you'd also be a nut job. Now, the problem with these females is many of them, they don't come from poverty or they are suffering. No, they come from good families, education, everything fine. Still, they choose, like this one particular article which went viral. She is a lawyer and she dumped that to become an OnlyFans, and she also takes care of clients for sex because she was making much more money instead of being a lawyer. And she was very cool about it. Today, females, I don't know what is empowering to show your vagina and your breasts and your ass online. What are you doing? Some of the content creators, when they show, like, there is one, like, she acts like she drops the camera and she shows her panty. Oh, sorry. It's dirty, man. It's dirty. Yes, erotic and this thing should be done like with class, style, and professionally. But when you show here, you show this. What is this? And when you, and especially when you're getting 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old talking openly about sex, where is the values of society? I mean, once upon a time, we used to feel shy to talk about masturbation. We used to be afraid. Even men, even 30-year or 40-year wouldn't say that. Today, you're getting females who openly on their channel, whether YouTube or whatever, they openly talk about all this. So, we are living in a day and age of craziness. And then on top of that, there was this one particular video of this female in green whose Indian origin boyfriend took her to a cheesecake factory. She refused to get out, and she's actually filming this on a TikTok and saying, "He brought me to cheesecake factory, and he's like trying to open the door, trying to be courteous. No, you take me to somewhere expensive." We're living in the day and age where it's becoming cool to advertise stupidity. So, given such a day and age where women think empowerment is showing their naked bodies, having sex, trying to be like men, and then obviously put men in their place, and a man needs to stand up for himself. And unfortunately, we have situations like even in India now where they cry rape, fake rape, not real rape, fake rape. They blackmail men, they threaten men. I'll destroy your name, ruin your reputation. And some of them even commit suicide. So there you have to put women in their place. So I hope after discussing this with you for nearly 26 minutes or so, I hope you have got a perspective as to what do I mean by putting women in their place. It is not abusing your authority. It is not abusing your stance of power. Sometimes you can just get lucky that you're powerful, you're rich, or whatever. But just remember, maybe today you can abuse, take advantage, but as father time takes its course, as your health decreases, as life puts challenges in front of you, you'll no longer be that person. Then you would need help. I'll just conclude by giving this powerful example, which I just got. Remember, I told you my second wife, where I, you know, slapped her with this and just pushed her because she was acting crazy. Her mother, father, very powerful story, but I'll keep it very short, very, very short. The father was a bodybuilder, powerlifter in India, Kolkata. Very big, very strong, massive, while his wifey was very petite and thin. Love story, whatever. But it seems that he used to drink, smoke, friends, and he is violent, physically violent to the extent he broke her forearm, actually broke it. And he hospitalized her many times with concussion. She's partially deaf in one ear, she can't see, she's slightly squint. He broke her physically. But she still stayed with him. I don't know, low self esteem, whatever you can call it. However, as time passed by, he got multiple heart attacks and time passed by. And his health deteriorated to the point where he couldn't even walk without help. Okay. The wife nursed him back to health, but he couldn't get any job, he couldn't get anything. And the wife had to take care of him. And they're very, very poor, huh? Very, very poor. But the wife works 3 jobs, 4 jobs to take care of him and their daughter. Now, you see what happened? He was very powerful and he took advantage. Physically, he was powerful. Financially, he was earning more, so he was powerful. He had friends, everything. And she was petite. But you see how the tables turned. Now, maybe you'll say, oh, but not all examples are. There are many cultures like maybe Arabs or Muslims or Hindus or Christians or whatever, where they abuse all that. Yeah, injustice is there. But I, for one, I'm not adding the fuel to say abuse women. No. Remember what I told you. I have a daughter and I have a wife who I respect. Now you'll ask me, okay, then what will you tell your daughter? Since you're saying put women in their place. Put women in the place. I would tell my daughter very simple. If a man earns your respect, and is able to provide for you and help you achieve your dreams, your goals, and give you a life that you never, ever, ever could get, and you want that, then you have to respect him. If, on the other hand, let's say he offers you the best life, the richest life, travel, see the world, food, luxury, security, everything he offers you, but he's not a good man, then you have a choice. Either say yes and face the consequences. Okay? Maybe he'll be a womanizer, maybe he'll be a temper guy, maybe he'll hit you, beat you, whatever. You're an adult, you choose. Do you want that? See, because yin and yang, there is plus and minus. So do you want that? If you don't want that, then be your own woman. Earn your own life. Do your own thing. Don't complain. So remember, I'll always teach my daughter to be an independent woman. I'll teach her the values that she has to follow. But after she reaches a particular age, I let the bird fly. Live your life the way you want. I can't babysit you for the rest of it. I can't shout and scream at you once you become an adult. There are even some extreme Muslim Arab cultures where even after the daughter is 40, they will beat, even try to kill. That's not me. After you become an adult, adult means you're earning your own. You don't need me to pay you a single penny. Live your life whatever way you want. I'll empower you on that. But out of my house. Out. I have to take care of my retirement stage. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And now that I've given the whole context, now you let me know whether you agree, disagree. Feel free. I would love to read your comments. Okay? Put your questions also if you have any. I will be very intrigued to read them. You guys take care. This is me signing off.